In a game that defied all logic, where emotion swung wildly from despair to elation in the blink of an eye. One player's reaction perhaps sums it up best. Manchester United defender Harry Maguire, the man who scored the winning goal in that scarcely believable 5-4 victory over Lyon, called it quite simply the strangest game he has ever played in. Maguire, speaking after the Europa League quarter-final classic that saw United win 7-6 on aggregate, reflected on the sheer absurdity of the match. He described it as a game that was full of emotion and the strangest, maddest game I've ever played in or witnessed. This from a player who has been at the heart of plenty of dramatic moments throughout his career. Especially during his 6 years at United. He relived the chaos, going up 2-0 comfortably in the first half, only to throw away that advantage in just 6 minutes in the second half as Lyon, despite being down to 10 men, fought back to make it 2-2. Then, heading into extra time, Lyon managed to score twice more, putting United on the brink of elimination at 4-2 down. Maguire admitted the feeling was that they had thrown it away, saying, "How we managed to get ourselves into that situation. Because even going into extra time at 2-2, the momentum was back with us with the sending off. We shouldn't end up in that situation." He added, "We've got to do far better than that if we want to win this competition. We can't be doing that and be leaving it to turn it around in that situation." A candid admission of the team's struggles within the context of a famous win. Maguire noted Lyon's premature celebrations after Lacazette's penalty. "I think Lyon, thought they'd won it. The way they were celebrating. That gave us more of an incentive to turn the game around. That incentive fueled an unbelievable final 7 minutes of extra time. The Bruno Fernandes penalty, Kobbie Mainoo's stunning equalizer, and then, in the 120th minute, Harry Maguire rising to head home the winner. The England centre-back's goal was not only the decider in this 9-goal thriller but also a historic moment. The first 120th-minute winning goal in Europa League history since 2020 and making United the first club to score twice in the 120th minute of a European tie. Maguire called scoring that winner an incredible feeling, and placed it among his career highlights. He reflected on his time at the club, saying, "I've been here 6 years now and I've had some great times and some bad times as well. I think that game pretty much summed up my time at this club. To be honest, it captured the highs, the lows, and the fight, following such a physically and emotionally draining encounter." The conversation immediately turned to the rest of the season and how manager Ruben Amorim will manage his squad. With the Europa League now the primary focus, especially with a semi-final against Athletic Bilbao looming, Amorim revealed a significant strategic decision. He will trust the kids to guide the club through the remainder of the Premier League season. This means we are likely to see more of the academy players in the Premier League matches. Amorim mentioned youngsters like 17-year-old striker Chido Obi, who isn't even registered for Europe, fullback Harry Amas, who played against Lyon, defenders Jadon Comison and Godwill Kukanki, midfielder Jack Morehouse, striker Gabriel Biancheri, Darren Fletcher's twin sons Jack and Tyler Fletcher, and potentially defender Aiden Heaven once he's fully fit. Amorim acknowledged that it's a difficult moment to put young players in because they need a strong base to really show what they can do. But he stated, "In this moment you need to do it and sometimes you have some surprises." He gave the example of Aiden Heaven, who impressed when injuries forced him into the team earlier in the season, saying, "Today I think of him as my player. When he is ready he is facing the competition in the team because he is ready to play." He believes these youngsters, like Amas and Obi, could provide surprises. Adding to the need for defensive depth from the youth ranks is the uncertain availability of senior defenders Noser Mazraoui and Victor Lindelof, who had to leave the stadium due to urgent family medical issues. Amorim confirmed everything is okay now and they should be ready for the next game. But their situation highlights the reliance on available players. This strategic shift means United are effectively prioritizing European glory and Champions League qualification via the Europa League over climbing the Premier League table. With 6 domestic matches left, their 14th place position highlights a disappointing season. But the focus is clearly elsewhere. The young players will get valuable experience, perhaps in a less high-pressure environment initially, while the senior players rest and prepare for the crucial European ties. It's a high-stakes gamble, sacrificing potential Premier League points for the chance to win a trophy and secure elite European football. A season that has been anything but ordinary continues to take unpredictable turns, with the Maddest game serving as the catalyst for a youth-focused finish in the league. What do you think of Amorim's plan to use the youngsters in the Premier League? Let us know in the comments below.
Hey United fans, Harry Maguire says Thursday night at Old Trafford was the strangest and maddest game he's ever played in, and you can see why. Trailing 4-2 in the 120th minute of extra time, with Lyon having scored 4 unanswered goals and even seeing Corentin Tolisso sent off, most of us were bracing for penalties. Instead, Maguire rose to head home the winner and complete a 5-4 night, sealing a 7-6 aggregate thriller. It was the first time in European knockout history that 5 goals were scored in extra time, and United became the first club ever to score twice in the 120th minute of a major tie. Maguire, who's had his ups and downs in a 6-year spell at the club, admitted afterward that the winning goal summed up my time here. Raw emotion, massive highs and crushing lows, all in one frantic match. I don't even want to think how I'd feel if we'd lost 4-2 instead. He laughed, reflecting on United's first-half dominance thanks to goals from Manuel Ugarte and Diogo Dalot. But we all know how quickly football turns. Lyon equalized through Tolisso and Nicolas Tagliafico, then took the tie in extra time via Ryan Cherki and an Alexander Lacazette penalty. With that bit of madness behind them, Ruben Amorim is already plotting how to keep his senior players fresh for the Europa League semi-finals against Athletic Bilbao. He's hinted at giving the kids a chance in Sunday's Premier League clash with Wolves, saving fatigued stars like Bruno Fernandes and Diogo Dalot for what really matters. It's a gamble, but if United can win 2 more in Europe, they'll punch their ticket back into next season's Champions League and inject some much-needed prize money into the club. So, what was your favorite moment from that extra-time roller coaster? Maguire's late header, Fernandez's decisive penalty, or simply the sheer bedlam as stewards and fans poured onto the pitch? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button if you still believe in miracles under the Old Trafford lights, and subscribe for all the build-up to what could be a season-saving semi-final. Up the Reds.
Had to leave the stadium due to urgent family medical issues. Amorim confirmed everything is okay now and they should be ready for the next game. But their situation highlights the reliance on available players. This strategic shift means United are effectively prioritizing European glory and Champions League qualification via the Europa League over climbing the Premier League table. With 6 domestic matches left, their 14th place position highlights a disappointing season. But the focus is clearly elsewhere. The young players will get valuable experience, perhaps in a less high-pressure environment initially, while the senior players rest and prepare for the crucial European ties. It's a high-stakes gamble, sacrificing potential Premier League points for the chance to win a trophy and secure elite European football. A season that has been anything but ordinary continues to take unpredictable turns, with the Maddest game serving as the catalyst for a youth-focused finish in the league. What do you think of Amorim's plan to use the youngsters in the Premier League? Let us know in the comments below.